What's up, you guys? How's it going? I'm back, and here's some more Project Spark Beta. And in this episode, I'm making a new series. There's the announcement. And so pretty much my first series, instead of just making random vids whenever I felt like it, now I'm actually gonna be making vids super consistently, I hope. And what this series is gonna be is it's gonna be you guys commenting ideas for games, or for like really anything. So it's going to be creation challenge, and you have to comment anything. Like, so for this first one, the example is going to be here. Let's play it. It's going to be this air hockey game that I tried to make because Biggie Sniper on my first Project Spark vid commented that he was going to make one, and so I just thought, hey, that's a pretty cool idea. So I tried it out, and so yeah, you guys comment. It could seriously be anything random too. Like, make a squirrel jump off a cliff, when it hits the ground explodes into 20 birds and flies away, stuff like that. But I mean, I would prefer cool game ideas. So yeah, and I'll pick the best one, or whatever one is easiest. No, I'm just kidding. I'll pick the coolest one, and I'll try my best to do it. So here's this air hockey game I made. It took me way longer than it should have, because I'm still figuring out how all the coding works and stuff. So WASD controls the red, and arrow keys control the black, so you can play with yourself. Okay, well that sounded bad. Oh man. So you get a point. Oh wait. Oh, wow, that's the first time that's occurred to me. That is so funny. So black gets a point on the red side. I gotta flip that around. That's really funny. So it's totally messed up. Okay, so problem is the ball will fly away like that, because I'll go into how I made it work kind of like ice a little bit later. So first I'll just finish it up. It's first to 5 points, so I'll hit this in 4, and see, like, there's no way of getting it, but I made it so you can press space and it'll just spawn another ball back in, and then everything explodes. So let's look at how complicated that simple little game was. So what I did is this ball, we'll look at his brain first. And okay, so at the beginning, it creates a vector, which is pretty much like a variable except not with numbers. And so my puck position right at the beginning equals the center, and so that makes it so later I can say here. It's right here. So when the countdown timer, okay, man, this is taking a lot of concentration to explain, because I don't even fully understand everything that's going on, to be honest. So it makes the vector equal the center, so I can call on that vector later on and say spawn a new ball in puck position, and it knows where that is, so it'll put it back in the middle. Okay, and this is deceleration equals 0. It really didn't do anything for me. I was hoping that was going to make it so it wouldn't, like, the friction wouldn't slow it down, but it really didn't work. I figured out a different way to make it act kind of like ice, which you'll see later. So when it bumps, when it's bumping a ruler for 4 seconds, like if it's stuck on the side for 4 seconds, it'll automatically just make a new leather ball and kill the old one. And this is me attempting to lock it in at a certain height so it can't fly out, but it made it way glitched out and it didn't work too good. So I just hit ignore line. So when it starts to bump the ruler, I had a variable called red score, even though I need to change that. And the red score equals red score plus 1. So it changes the red score variable to equal it plus 1. So it pretty much just adds 1 to the score. See, that took me a while to figure out how to do that. And then it creates a new leather ball in the middle and then kills the old one. And same thing on the other side. And then this is when you press space, it'll make a new one. So that's it for that brain. Now I'll go to the logic cube up here, which is the camera and the display stuff, pretty much. So this is saying when the red score increases to kill the ball, because I figured that makes it kill faster, because the problem was it would bump the goal, and then and it would add score, but it would still be bumping in, so it would keep adding score. So this kills it instantly, so it only adds 1 point. Which also took me a while to figure out that was the best way to do that. And it displays the scores. So in this thing, if the red score is equal to 5, or if black is equal to 5, it'll end the game by playing the explosion and all that stuff. And another thing, you have to put global before all your variables so that they're, because if you just leave the variable, it's just in the one brain. But if you put global in front of it, it's in every brain in the game. So that also took me a long time to figure out. Sorry, I hit my mic there. So yeah, and how I actually, and these are super simple brains. It's just move, and it has to be with strafing, because if you don't do with strafing, it'll try to like turn itself around like it's a person, and it'll not work. Okay, so what I did is I took the ball, I went to properties and physics, and in the physics I pretty much made it light as nothing, so it weighs nothing pretty much, and I gave it a ton of less gravity, which lets it be able to glide off the ground when you bump it, but it can make it fly out and away. And I made it really bouncy, so it would actually kind of bounce off the wall a little, but it still doesn't really work. And so I first tried it with so here's my first 2 fails at making a puck down here. Whoa, screen. So first I tried with this disc, and like that's originally what I wanted the most, but the problem is when I would spawn it back into the middle, it would spawn it straight up and down, because when you bring one in, it's straight up and down like that. And so then it wouldn't, then you can't use it as a puck. And so that was frustrating, because there's really no way to fix that. I'm pretty sure there's no way to fix that. So then I tried the cylinder, but it also was having problems. So I just went with the ball. So yeah, there's this video, first creation challenge. Hope you guys liked it. Hope you learned something. Hopefully I wasn't too confusing or dumb sounding or boring. I'm just kidding, you guys. Thank you for watching.